We're chatting about snow in today's daily shower and quite a bit of it in sections of the Rockies. Check out Big Sky in Montana. Beautiful imagery here. Resort picked up about 26 inches over the weekend and additional snow will be falling over the next couple of weeks. So getting excited there. Down into Colorado as we move our way southward, there's Steamboat Resort. Dozens of snow guns fired up and natural snow falling here as well, getting ready for their opening day, which will be in roughly a month or so from right now. As we go farther, let's look into Vail. So right along I-70 core, Vail making snow. Most of their resorts are doing so throughout Colorado. Around Loveland and A Basin also making snow. Dustin Schaeferson in this picture from Loveland making their snow. Down to the south, Red River is also making some snowfall in New Mexico. With snowfall on the way, travel advisories across the Northwest. Let's break this down for you. But before I get too far into the trenches, please do your thing. Like, subscribe, comment down here. Hit that bell up in that corner. That lets you know when I've posted new videos. All right, let's get to the weather. Okay, as far as those travel impacts, you can see the Winter Storm Severity Index on the map now. We do have some areas of moderate to minor impacts throughout the central Rockies up into Wyoming and Colorado. As far as the far northern Cascades may have some travel impacts into the moderate category. In some isolated cases, maybe some major impacts on the roads. What's happening here? Strong cold front is marching across the Pacific Northwest and arriving into the Rocky Mountains. As you watch this animation, you're looking at kind of the core, the strength of the cold air. With this cold is going to be some strong wind gusts. So those warmer colors that pop on the map, basically right here as we kick out that animation, those stronger colors that blow from Oregon, Idaho, into Nevada, Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming. That's the driving force. That's pushing the cold air into those central Rockies. Still going to have some wind events there along coastal areas of Washington and Oregon from separate systems that will continue to impact the area. What this means in terms of rain and snow, we're watching that animation now. The initial frames show that snowfall around Sun Valley and Idaho Falls, into Jackson, Wyoming, and skirting on down to the south, followed by another line, more dominant line, that you can see there drawn from British Columbia southward toward Portland of another rain-snow mix. That'll be coming in a couple of days. What type of totals are we talking about? For the Pacific Northwest, rainfall totals in and around far northwestern Washington will climb above the 2-inch mark. Very valuable water for that drought-stricken area, and will also help the wildfire situation up to the north into British Columbia. As far as the Rockies, we're going to be looking at more of the quarter to upwards of a half, and perhaps the higher totals around 1 to 1.5 inches. Those will be isolated totals that high, however. And that is total precip, so a combination of rain and snow. Now we're just looking at snowfall, and most of the snowfall that grabs my attention is up into Canada, up into British Columbia, where during the course of the next few days, they'll be picking up a couple of feet of snowfall. Fantastic water, fantastic snow. Most of the central and southern Rockies that we're looking at on this map view, and also the Cascades for that matter, looking at anywhere from 2 to 6 inches on average. If you just kind of look at generalities, where does my attention go? Well, the Cascades and then up into British Columbia, as well as Colorado. So let's begin to focus on Colorado. Let's zoom down. Snowfall on the way into the mountains there around the central mountains, that is, for Colorado, at least 6 inches, if not several more. Now, as you look across the broad perspective, we're looking at several inches of snowfall in the mountains, and snow does come into the west metro sections of Denver. What about the travel impact due to this winter type weather that's moving through? Well, we do have minor to moderate and major impacts coming along I-70 and throughout mostly some of those 2-lane highways closer to Aspen, on up through the Flat Tops, over Rabbit Ears Pass. Those kind of locations will have the biggest impact, but even I-70 may have some travel impact. You see the blue on the map covering Fort Collins, Broomfield, Littleton, Castle Rock down into Colorado Springs. That's going to be some limited impacts due to some rain and snow that will be falling into Thursday morning. Let's watch as what happens here. Cold front's going to be arriving across Colorado. For the most part, this cold front is going to be coming through late Wednesday through Thursday morning across all of Colorado. It'll be exiting Colorado late Thursday afternoon as it pushes off into Kansas, Oklahoma, and North Texas, North New Mexico. With this cold front is going to be strong wind gusts, so you're not going to miss the cold front arriving. The temperature drop, yes, it's there, but it's not what I would call tremendously significant. But as that cold air moves in, we will have some strong wind gusts. And we're looking at those warm colors on the map now, indicating wind gusts over 30 miles an hour as that cold air moves through. For the Denver area, Colorado Springs, Fort Collins, Boulder, most of the winds begin to increase as we go late Wednesday through Thursday morning, with the peak in those wind gusts being, say, right around sunrise time Thursday through midday Thursday, and then the strong winds will push on down to the south into New Mexico. Watch the animation here in terms of rain and snow. This will be happening throughout late Wednesday through Thursday. For Denver, you're going to see kind of a circular area that develops. That's going to be Wednesday into Thursday morning, lingering Thursday midday. And with that, a chance of rain and snow within the city. Is this going to be our first snowfall in Denver? Quite possibly. If temperatures end up a little bit colder than forecast, that certainly would help increase those chances of it being our first snowfall. And again, that would be on Thursday. For our first snowfall, DIA would have to measure at least 0.1, so 1/10 of an inch of snowfall, to be the first official snowfall of the season. Looking at snow now more specifically across Colorado, we see that bullseye again, central mountains to the west, but around the metro areas and foothills, we may see a trace, so a dusting, on upwards of a couple of inches of snowfall. And that's going to be coming through late Wednesday through Thursday, mostly focusing on the first half of Thursday. Total precip with some rain showers around whatnot. Couple areas will pick up around 1/4 inch, if not more, around the Front Range locations, with the bulk of the moisture staying in the high country. So that's a recap of the snowstorm impacting the western U.S. and some of the winter driving that's going to be coming through as well. I like it. Snow season is here, and we'll see if Denver can have its first official snowfall on Thursday. Temperatures are that close. We'll see you on the next Daily Shower. I'm Matt Makins.